All over the world, a drinks revolution has been taking place in bars, from London to Shanghai, Sydney to Singapore. A new generation of bartenders is pushing the boundaries of mixology and creating cocktails more complex, sophisticated, and downright delicious than ever before. For the last 5 years, World Class has set the standard and become the cocktail competition every bartender wants to win. This year's event is raising the bar even higher. We took one luxury cruise liner, 44 bartenders, 8 challenges, threw in the Mediterranean and some of its most glamorous locations to stage the world's ultimate cocktail championships.
I'm Spike Marchant.
And I'm Dale DeGroff.
Join us on an incredible voyage around the Mediterranean to find this year's world's best bartender.
Anchored off the coast of Saint-Tropez, it's early o'clock on the second day of challenges, and head judges Spike Marchant and Dale DeGroff are explaining the day's itinerary.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to be giving you a briefing for the Saint-Tropez Market Challenge. You have 30 euros and 45 minutes. You can buy anything. Try to buy new stuff. They'll look for some interesting things. Good luck, everyone.
These guys are buying strange ingredients in a strange market. There's a tremendous amount of difficulty here. Judges will be looking for a chef and a bartender in one.
Bartenders, see you back here in 45 minutes.
With more than 200 stalls selling everything from antiques to artichokes, to succeed in this challenge, the bartenders need a strategy. Jeff Bell from the US has already done his homework.
I researched the market and found out what was available. I wrote down translations of everything I needed.
Emil from Sweden, on the other hand,
I don't know where to look yet.
German bartender Atele's already stuck into the jam. And Monica from Norway is still looking for inspiration.
It's a bit hectic, but we have to go through all the people and get all this stuff.
It's crazy in here.
Despite being surrounded by the finest produce, inspiration can come from unlikely places. For South African Nick, a glance into the back of a van reminds him of his must-have ingredient.
Coconut water.
And behind his laid-back exterior, Ifar from Holland is fiercely competitive.
I'm looking for the one thing that other people didn't see.
The market is filled with fresh, delicious Provençal produce. But unfortunately for some of the bartenders, all the stallholders are French, which can make even the simplest request a challenge in itself.
Do you have coconut water? Coconut water? Coconut water? No. Coconut water. Think of the language barriers. Thank you.
Unfortunately, as the ultimate supersized cocktail umbrella passes through the market, there isn't a bartender in sight to bag it. Could have been a game changer. Fruit, nuts, they're all grist to the bartender's mill. Simon from the Cayman Islands has come up with a Caribbean twist.
I'm going to grind up some almonds and make a milk out of it, and add it probably with some rum and some cinnamon and stuff.
Even the charcuterie stall gets a visit. Monica likes experimenting with unusual ingredients, and as unusual cocktail ingredients go, chorizo is right up there. As the minutes tick away, Nick from South Africa is still on the hunt.
I'm looking for coconut water.
Good luck,
Yeah,
man.
good luck.
Fig, apricot, and strawberry.
Time's running out. Making a quick decision is important. Zachary from Singapore still hasn't bought anything.
Every time I see something that I quite like, I see another competitor buying it.
Sharp elbows can come in handy too.
I had to push a few old ladies out of the way and stuff like that, you know, get a little aggressive, but other than that, we're good.
It's a normal day, though.
Yeah, I know.
Coconut. No, it's a little bit frantic. I mean, trying to get in between people.
Oh, Nick, if only you'd known. Coconut water? En français, c'est l'eau de coco. Too late, back to the boat. Our 8 judges are legendary. Scrutinising today, Peter Dorelli, former head barman at the Savoy, and Salvatore Calabresi, creator of the world's most expensive cocktail. It's £5,500 a glass, if you're asking. Overseeing the judges are Dale DeGroff, father of the modern cosmopolitan, and Spike Marchant, world-class global ambassador.
All the guys have really embraced the challenge and have come back with some really interesting food. I think it's going to be great to see what they come up with. The points here, you get rewarded for creativity. This is not a time to take it easy or play safe.
I infused Don Julio with some pine nuts I found at the market. I have some sherry, and then I'm going to carbonate it. It's going to resemble champagne. I'm going to be judged by Peter and Salvatore, and I know they're going to want something that's interesting, clever, but still clean and delicious. And I think that my presentation is going to be creative as well. Gentlemen, how's your afternoon been?
Ooh.
I love these on summer days. A little hot towel for you, or a cold towel. It's usually a hot towel, though. I bought all my ingredients. I had about 20 minutes to spare, and I ended up spending some more time just wandering the neighborhood of Saint-Tropez, and I noticed a lot of open-air cafes. And I saw a bunch of people drinking rosé and champagne, so I got some inspiration. This is the Saint-Tropez rosé.
Bravo.
In every challenge, bartenders make 2 drinks. As well as the rosé, Jeff also made his own champagne.
Amontillado sherry.
Despite these drinks delivering when he practiced them at home in New York, they failed to impress here.
Technically,
Very good.
he was very good. But remember, this is also a fashion show. Both drinks were very plain.
Tasting, pouring, squeezing, blending, even frying bacon. It's worth trying anything to make a memorable drink.
30 euros. It's not much money to work with. I just bought like 4 things. Oh, I got 5 euros left. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Wayne-san. They can buy a cocktail tonight. And we're gonna do a cobbler that is really like an homage to France. What color is the French flag? You know it?
I believe it's red, white, and blue.
Very good. So I'm a bit colorblind, but these figs look like blue, yeah? Then we are using strawberries. And that is what color?
Red.
Red, very good. They are red. We're gonna add one more red thing, and that is a port wine, because Saint-Tropez is obviously they have a port. Then we're gonna use another thing. It has nothing to do with the color of the flag, but it's Grand Marnier. I'm always entering a competition for winning. I'm not here for the sun. I don't have the skin for it. They wanted me to use shorts today, but I said I can't wear shorts because if it's a white background, it looks like I'm hovering. You know what I mean? And that is not so good. So one more white thing, except for my legs. Then I have sugar. We want to shake this up real hard. I've been in workout for like 3 years and in the Swedish finals, always ending up like top 5. I said to myself, this is the last time I'm gonna compete. We're just gonna pour everything in. So it becomes like blue, red, whitish.
Looks just like the French flag. Amazing.
In a blender. So this is for you, le tricolore.
This really is a worldwide competition with bartenders from many countries, including El Salvador, Panama, Austria, Brazil, Greece, Thailand, and Denmark.
There you go.
Enjoy my drinks.
But it's Monica from Norway who's up next.
I'm a little bit pressed on time. I'm trying to make my chorizo syrup. Well, it's always risky to put meat in a drink, I think. It's either you're gonna like it or not. I do like clean, simple flavors, but maybe with unusual ingredients or combinations. I couldn't ignore, when I went to the market, all the lovely booths of charcuterie. So I bought some chorizo, and then I made it into a kind of paste or syrup.
Chorizo syrup.
Yes. My drinks reflects me as a person. It's kind of straightforward, a little bit quirky, a little bit geeky. So for this drink, I was thinking all day actually, what should I name this cocktail? And then it came to me actually an hour ago, Smokey and the Bandits. And I'm thinking it's been a long day, so little snack.
Once all the cocktails have been shaken and stirred, it's time for head judges Spike and Dale to look back on the challenge.
I couldn't believe Jeff Bell. He tried to create champagne and rosé wine, and it was an absolute disaster. He's got to pick his game up from here because this was not a good start.
I think he knows it as well.
Monica had a clever idea. Hot and sweet, chorizo syrup, you know, but...
She presented it to the vegan judge.
To the vegan, Steve Olson. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sure he'll get over it.
Next, more Mediterranean mixology masterclasses. How to make the perfect margarita.
This drink is just the way I want it.
And tears and cheers during our first elimination. Who's in, who's out.
You know, there really is no better place than to stage our next challenge. Mediterranean Mastery.
This time, the bartenders are being asked to create drinks that take their inspiration from the history and culture of one of the 21 Mediterranean countries.
The bartenders have to bring the Mediterranean region alive in this competition, and they have to do it quickly in a great tasting package.
Gareth Evans won his place at these finals by beating 224 other British bartenders. His drink, a variation on a vodka martini, is inspired by ancient Greece.
The culinary side of it, I think, is very important. So I try to use as many kind of new techniques, fun presentations, and take quite a lot from chefing in general. So this is Greek vinegar. It's made from Concordia grapes. Malic acid is the sour note in this, and the difference between a malic acid sourness and a citric acid sourness is worlds apart. So I just have 5 mils of that. I have here homemade vermouth. I've made this from a Certico wine. A Certico is a local grape from Greece. Anyone can get 5 random ingredients off a shelf, but that's not the point. These judges are going to know every drink that we know, and they're just going to want to see something different. And then lastly, I'm sure you know this is ouzo. Just going to give that a little stir. It's just about making things that work rather than just shoving things in a drink just because it's clever. This is basil and mint oil. It's a nice little garnish.
The challenges take place in 3 bars. Bartenders have 10 minutes to prepare and then 10 minutes to make 2 cocktails. David Rios is from Bilbao in northern Spain. He is proud of his Basque heritage and makes great use of local scents, flavours and traditions in his cocktails.
Tomillo.
David felt more comfortable speaking Spanish during the challenges.
Luego vamos a utilizar una leche casera de almendras.
When I was 19, I was working in a bar, and the owner organized the cocktail party. When I saw the cocktails, I knew that's for me. I think my cocktails are different because I try to use always local products or Basque products.
Vamos a infusionar en frío.
It's a family business, and running Café Kobach is a full-time job.
I think I work every day, 10, 12 hours. Okay, I am the owner, but I am the bartender too.
David's style is very elegant and elaborate, almost Japanese in its precision.
What I love most about bartending, see a surprise face, the customer.
Okay, aromas del Mediterráneo.
One bartender who's coming through over the whole of round 1 has always been consistently highly placed. He's our Spanish bartender, David Rios. I think he's going to be one to watch. So that's it. 4 challenges down. Round 1 is over. From these 44 bartenders, there are only going to be 16 left. That cut is going to be brutal.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that, sir.
And neither will they.
Before the elimination feels like a good time for a drink to me. A margarita would be nice. And here's Steve Olson, one of our judges, to show us how to make one.
I'm here to tell you how to make the proper margarita, but to understand that, you're going to have to first know that the margarita comes from a very old drink called the daisy, because daisy in Spanish is margarita. So, we're going to start off with a little bit of reposado tequila. I like the fact that it adds texture. Now I'm going to come back with just a little bit, half an ounce of curacao. Now, we're going to add lime juice, because that's what they use in Mexico. If at home you ever try this, sometimes the lime juice is just a tiny bit bitter. So we add a little bit of orange juice in there, and that softens it out. This is agave nectar. Curacao is sweet, but I'd like to have something just a little bit textured. All right, now, here's my trick. A little bit of mezcal. You add a little bit of smokiness in there, and it brings the agave out and adds a hint of complexity through the smoke. Got to bring the citrus to life, get it all integrated. So we're going to give it a good hard shake. Now, I like to serve my margarita over a large ice cube. I don't want any more dilution. This drink is just the way I want it. And I hope the way you want it. Now, here's my secret twist. So we add mezcal, just a little bit across the top. And there you have it. That's my take on the margarita.
After 4 challenges in 2 days, the judges are swapping notes with Spike and Dale. This is the first chance they've had to get together to discuss, deliberate, and decide.
It was brilliant. It really worked.
You're dealing with the orange, lemon, and grape.
Best drink.
Both of these drinks were
Positive, negative, what do we got?
Competition's been incredible so far. I mean, just being here on the boat is an amazing experience. I want to be in the last 16, desperately.
This is what it's all about. These bartenders are national champions, but some are about to leave the competition. And for everyone, the wait to hear if they're through to the next round is agonizing.
It's intense now. You can feel it, everybody's talking to each other, but I think everybody's really nervous.
They're going to face elimination in groups of 4 until there are 8 left waiting. Then the last 2 groups will go head-to-head for the final places. The first group is called to the stage. It's a long walk and then a punishing wait in the midday sun before they hear whether they've done enough to go through.
Thank you for your hard work, your love, your enthusiasm. But now it's time to find out whether you will be going through or whether you will be eliminated. 4 challenges. You've got to convince in every single one. Every single point counts. I know how hard you've worked to get here. I know how much this means to you. The judge's decision, you're through to the last 16.
I went through to the top 16, completely insane. Really, I'm overwhelmed.
4 down, 40 to go. The bartenders waiting backstage know they are fighting for a place in the final 16, but have no way of finding out who's gone through and who's gone out.
You were not good enough to make it through into the last 16.
I'm sad, but I represent Costa Rica with all my passion, and it's so fine.
As the bartenders left backstage diminish, the tension hanging over those waiting increases.
I have to tell you, as a group, gentlemen, your technique was flawless.
The 4 of you will be joining us in the last 16.
When Dale said, Ivar, I saw your performances, I couldn't find anything wrong. Perfect. I knew I was through and I was so excited.
It's bad news for the next 3 groups.
For you, your world-class journey ends here. You will not be joining the last 16 in round 2. Your time here at World Class is over.
Some of the favourites to go through are among the last to be called. All have taken part in many competitions, but none of them carry the prestige of being a world-class winner. It matters.
I've done everything that I could have done. You know, if I'd broken something or I'd messed up, then I'd be disappointed.
Research, knowledge about the gurus and your judges is everything. Unfortunately for you, Steve Olsen is a vegetarian. the chorizo was never going to please his palate. David, wonderful style, but so elaborate, so tricksy. The judge's decision is final. You've made it. You're through to the last 16.
I'm a little bit horrified that I served Steve Olsen a chorizo drink if he's vegetarian.
Now we're down to the last 8, with only 4 places left. For this final elimination, the 2 groups will face the judges together. Jeff Bell of the US had a disastrous round in Saint-Tropez, and there is a real chance he may not go through.
If I don't make it, I won't be happy. I mean, say I'd be devastated. I don't know how I'd feel.
Everyone realizes it could go either way.
I feel some butterflies in my stomach, and let's see, man. I had just great feedback, so we'll see.
Only 4 of the 8 heading down to the deck will make it to the next round. Who has done enough to stay in?
"44, the world's finest bartenders, competing, fighting for a place in the next round. This is a place that will only belong to one of your 2 groups. Mario, Kirill,
Mr. Bell, and Laura,
you're through to the last 16.
That was intense. So I had really no idea if I was in a strong group or if I was in a weak group. They said one thing and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm out.
I'm so excited, I barely can speak. I'm just happy. And but focus, we still have work to do, and hopefully we'll make it to the last 8.
Next time, the eliminations continue as the 16 battle it out in the blazing Ibiza midday sun for a place in the final 8.
You're finished.
Making drinks doesn't get tougher than this.
To learn more about bartending and the world's finest drinking experiences, go to our definitive drinking guide online.